My name is Sudarshan Ramaswamy. I'm the Dean of the Jindal School of Government and Public Policy in the O.P. Jindal Global University in Sonipat. What I want to talk about is the distinction between disciplinary studies, interdisciplinary studies, cross-disciplinary and transdisciplinary studies. Now, these terms have become somewhat fashionable because many countries have new education policies where they want to stress the importance of more holistic, more rounded knowledge of the social sciences about human beings in relationship to others and human beings in relationship to the earth, planet, environment, and so on. Most of us have been trained in disciplinary studies. We pick a major and we spend most of the educational time mainly specializing in the one discipline. But if you think about it, this specialization in the one discipline is relatively recent in higher education. If you think about Isaac Newton, his field of study was described as natural philosophy, which meant he had a more holistic understanding of human beings and science combined. But that disappeared and we began to specialize in narrow disciplines, and that meant we have more depth in a particular field, but at the cost of range in understanding. So there's a trade-off between depth and range. So if you want to overcome that, your studies have to be interdisciplinary, which means they must draw insights from more than one discipline that is relevant to whatever you're studying. So if you're studying a subject like inequality, you will need insights from political science, from economics, from sociology, culture, anthropology, and even history to understand the phenomenon of inequality and why it's growing or diminishing in a society. So that's interdisciplinary. There are some subjects that are cross-disciplinary because they, as a field, they are in-depth, but they use insights from more than one discipline, like sociobiology or behavioral economics, which mixes psychology and economics. Finally, you have something called transdisciplinary, which is in a way going back to the kind of knowledge that Isaac Newton had, which is transcending these disciplines and trying to get an overview of the world as it really is. Now, that's more ambitious, that's more difficult. So, interdisciplinary studies is feasible. It means you don't have to study in a multidisciplinary way, one discipline after the other. You can, while you're studying a subject, draw insights from many disciplines and get a better understanding of that subject. So that's what we aim for in our university, interdisciplinarity. And it's very useful to do that rather than spend many years in university. I spent 15 years, that's far too long. Thank you.